Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're going to be doing something super exciting. I recently started a clan called Saturn with two of my friends, PJ and Tapin, and this month we're doing a CWL with a lot of big content creators here in Degrassi, and we're going to be shooting for the global rank 1 in the CWL leaderboard. Here are just some of the people who are in our roster. If you guys want to go and check them out, I'll link their channels in the video description here. All of them make really good content about high level attacking, and I'm sure you recognize some of the names here if you do follow me on YouTube. So before we get started with our Legends hits, I'm going to be doing my CWL hit here. Uh, the base I'm going to be hitting is number 14, and the army I'm using here is the Double Rage Root Riders. I've been using this attack in Legends, and it's just so strong, and this base was too good to pass up for me. So my plan on this base is I'm going to start my RC kind of right here on this Archer Tower. Then I'm going to have her go in for the Builder's Hut, for the Fire Spitter, and then for the Expo. Maybe for this Wizard Tower, depending on which way that she decides to path. Then, as you can see, I can shoot a giant arrow through all of these defenses in the core and use the log launcher to also take down a lot of those buildings before, anything has a chance to even reach that area. And I'll send my king on this bottom side right here to funnel up this compartment over here on the bottom. And I'll use my roots straight into the core right here. I'll overgrowth this backside with the poison tower, with the multi-inferno, maybe the scatter shot as well. And my roots should be able to easily path through the rest of the base here. So let's get started with the attack. Wish me luck. Hopefully I don't fail on the first day. That would be absolutely tragic. All right. So we're starting out. Just going to do exactly what we planned for. Putting down our RC right here for this Archer Tower. On 7, we place the Invis. Let's see where she goes. Okay, it looks like, yeah, I was a little bit right. She decided to go for the Wizard Tower. No problems at all. We'll have her go in for the Builder's Hut now. And she might not pick up the Scatter, which is fine. And honestly, we can just pick her up right now and send the Giant Arrow right away. We'll use the Ice Golem here, tank a little bit for this enemy king, and we can send in 2 Headhunters to go and take that out. Use the Baby Drag to funnel on this side. Once the building goes down, now we can add our king here, walk, break him into this compartment, and we're looking quite good. We'll add this Skelly spell right here to tank a little bit for the Monolith, because I don't want that to deal too much damage to our troops. Now we'll enter in on this side with our Root Riders. As you can see, the funnel is very well set here. Hopefully the log launcher is going to be able to take out this Monolith before our troops reach that area. If not, that's totally fine as well. King's actually taking a bunch of damage on the outside, which is a little bit unfortunate here. But we can Warden soon as everything enters into here. Oh, I forgot my Warden. Ooh, that was a little bit scary. But luckily, we're still looking pretty good here. We weren't too far along. We can Warden ability now as everything enters into this backside. Rage up again. Second Poison Tower is already triggered, which is great. We'll pop the RC ability. We'll overgrowth this right here, and this is looking pretty crushed. Let's just support a little bit more on the backside here with the Super Barbs. And this is looking really good. Luckily, this base was pretty under-leveled, so we're able to just kind of power through very easily here. Even though we made a little bit, a few mistakes here, for getting the Warden and predicting where our RC pathing would go a little bit off. But luckily, we were still able to pull through with this. And honestly, I don't think I need to use the last 3 spells here. I'll just use them just to be safe. I mean, at this point, I can just swipe up on my screen, but we'll just use them. Not worth it to be fancy here. You don't really get any extra stars for flexing on them anymore. So it's going to be great. We're continuing our perfect streak so far, and luckily, we were able to get this one done. So far, both teams have gone perfect, and this is kind of how it is in Champs 1. If you guys want to look at the roster, we have a decent matchup here. One of the clans that we definitely need to look out for is Acceptance. They were top 13 in the world last season, so we definitely have to watch out for them as our competition. All right, we're getting into our Legends hits now. All right, on this base, first thing I notice should be easy peasy log launcher value right here on the hook tower and the mono. But at the same time, then we have to face double spitters. I think it's still worth it. think it's still worth it here. This is pretty similar to the CWL base I hit, actually. So I'm going to do a similar approach here. It's going to take out some of these buildings from the bottom side here. I really don't need a crazy funnel at all. It's going to have my RC go. She'll probably go for the mortar here, maybe? I don't even know. Yeah, she'll go for the mortar. Okay, that's perfect. And she's going to go for this. Let's invis her one more time. Ooh, I actually don't want her to take that out. Ooh, a little bit unfortunate. I did not want her to take that out. Because now I can't really launch the arrow straight. But we're still able to hit everything, which is kind of what we wanted. Now, let's see. Where can we use a super barb right here to funnel my king? And the double witches up top. We'll use Valkyrie as well. And let's add our roots into this compartment here. With the Azure Dragon. Send all 3 headhunters there. Because there's a bunch of heroes just in this corner right here. I don't know, this guy stacked all his heroes up right there, so it makes it easy for us to just take that out. Log Launcher is going to easily take out the, what is that, Monolith early on, so that's great. Now we can Warden and Rage through this compartment. Fortunately, troops are splitting up a little bit. RC looks like she's going down to the bottom side, so we're not going to have support on our roots on the top. And, what should we do here? RC's actually just going to take out all of these Infernos in the core. So let's overgrowth this Fire Spitter here. Dragon's doing good here. Can pop another Rage here. We'll use our RC ability as well. And this is looking crushed as well. Once again, let's add this Baby Drag up here. Help take out this Broom Witch on the bottom side. And we still have 3 spells that we can use on the backside. As you can see with these attacks, this army is not going for a long Spirit Walk at all. The goal is to just set a tiny indentation so that we can use the Log Launcher effectively, and you really don't need to. Honestly, I could have used 1 invis for my Spirit Walk and it still would have worked fine. And this is going to be crushed, and it's a good start to our Legends Day. Alright, the next base right here. Double Rage style. This base is kind of weird because I think typically the hook tower is on the other side. Or maybe not. I might just be remembering it wrong. Yeah, I might be remembering it wrong. But how I typically hit this style of base is I go for one of these corner compartments, then I enter my roots into the side, into the core of the base, and then, ooh, I didn't see that mortar right there, but it's alright. We'll be okay. This Broom Witch is going to be quite annoying for us, but if our RC is just staying in the same place and we're not luring it at all, then it'll be easy for our aura to just be able to take out the witch mites, I guess, whatever those might be called. Now we'll actually invis both of these so that our RC can step up. Oh, gotta be careful. Did our RC get pulled? Okay, that's pretty unfortunate. And here's what we'll do. Actually, if the Fox can take out this Expo, no. Okay. We'll have to recover this a little bit. Gonna send the Log Launcher here to take out these corner buildings. Finish the funnel for our roots, and then we can use the dragon right here. Funnel a little bit here. Have the king go to the top side, and we'll use our roots into this compartment. And as you can see, Log Launcher is finishing the funnel on this side, taking out these final few buildings. And also the hook tower is going to get taken out as well, which is great, because that's always a nightmare to deal with Root Riders. If the hook tower pulls a few Root Riders, that could really end the hit a little bit earlier than we would have wanted. You can Warden ability and Rage as we enter into this core compartment. King's going to ability, but that's fine. He got the value that he needed, or that we needed from him. And then we're going to overgrowth this Rage tower, so we deal with half of the compartment at a time. We can Rage up again, and then pop the RC ability, so the RC can kind of step forward, take out a bunch of this stuff, hopefully take out the Monolith early. Yeah, okay, she's going to take that out. Perfect. And then, yeah, the Queen can step in here, take out some of that as well. Let's see where we need to support. Wherever we need, we'll use the freeze. Probably just on this backside, maybe the cannon and the Rage. That's probably fairly dangerous for us. And we'll use that when they target my RC. Even let's just use it right now, just in case. I don't want to risk it. It's looking a bit close. Hopefully the healers with the RC are able to clutch up here. This might be a fail, unfortunately. We'll just have to see. Maybe we'll clutch up. If we do clutch, it'll be very, very close. But our first RC walk obviously really got messed up there. So that's why. Luckily, actually, it looks like we're going to be able to recover this hit here. So it just shows the flexibility of using the log launcher, because you can still have the opportunity to clutch hits up like this. All right, next base. This is a invis base. This base is pretty tricky, to be honest, but how I'm going to approach this is we enter behind the town hall. Since the funnel is very easy to set here, I'm not gonna enter on this side because of this little the army camp. It's really good to always avoid that if possible. Gonna set the funnel on one side with our RC, and then we can use the heroes with the log launcher to set the opposite counter funnel, because it's not that easy to funnel that compartment right there. If it were easy to funnel, then we would just use the troop thrower, but I think it's going to be a little bit difficult, so we're going to play it safe. Use the log launcher to make sure that the funnel is 100% set. Hopefully our RC doesn't go this way. Oh, maybe she can snipe the furnace. No, she's not going to get it. Okay, not worth it at all then. Let's just do this here. Send the queen here. Activate the middle invis tower. And we'll use the log launcher as well. Double witches on the outside. And then a wall break for my king as well. And then we can use our roots into this compartment. We'll wait a little bit because still want the log launcher to form the funnel here for us. And now we can go. I don't want to wait too long, because if I wait too long, then the invis tower has an opportunity to regenerate. I think my king just really got caught up on the outside, which is a bit unfortunate. Using all the headhunters early because I just want to take out these heroes quickly. And then everything's entering into the core, which is great. Now we can rage everything up. Can pop the warden ability as everything enters into the core, and this is just crushed already. I can already tell there's just no base left after the invis in the core goes down. Yeah, nice. And then let's see, we can use the RC ability while she's still in here, so she can use her spear with the rage in combination, get a lot more damage and value from that. Let's clean up this backside with a few archers. The dragon's actually still going strong, which is good. The dragon can do a lot of damage against these ground targeting defenses. And I guess it's not as close, or it's not as crushed as I initially thought it would be. But I mean, we definitely have enough to clean up here. We still have our queen and king alive. King with ability here. RC's still up as well, but she's going to go down. That's all right, though. As long as we have enough to be able to clean up here, we'll use the super barbs on the backside to distract a little bit. Yeah, let's just do that, and then we can just pop the king ability to finish up the last few buildings here. We can just pop it right now, and queen's easily going to be able to reach in and take the rest of the buildings. All right, this is not bad. If my king had gone in the right direction, I think I could have started my roots a little bit earlier. Would have made it a lot easier here, but that's okay. Yeah, because I was kind of in a rush to put in my roots, make sure that they would get to the town hall area before the invis reactivated. All right, the next base right here. It's a common base, invis base. Facing a lot of invis bases, honestly. And let's take a look. This camp is down here, so I'm not going to charge that. We can easily path into this compartment right here, so let's do that. We can use the log launcher on the other side with our roots. Or sorry, with our heroes. Yeah, so let's put our RC right here. Just want her to clear this compartment here. And we can set a pretty wide funnel with our heroes, honestly. Can be fairly generous with how we're placing them. And we can start our roots on the bottom here. Like if we place them right here and the heroes are working down there, by the time the heroes have cleared out that compartment, then our roots will be able to just go into the town hall. And we can... maybe we can get this fire spitter. If we can get the fire spitter, then I'll let my RC walk a little bit more. Yeah, we're going to be able to get this. I don't even need to use another invis, though. Perfect. So then we don't have to overgrowth on the backside. Let's do this right here. Use the skelly spell here. And the log launcher as well. With the king on this bottom side, or wall break as well. And as you can see, we're forming a huge funnel for our roots. That way, once they're done clearing this compartment, they'll have no choice but to go inside to the core of the base. Log launcher's doing a great job in opening up these compartments. Let's actually pop the king ability early. Make sure that the funnel is fully formed here. And now after this cannon goes down, roots have no choice. They have to go to the core. So we'll rage everything up, pop the Warden ability here as well. And we can freeze another rage, and we can overgrowth the big damage on the backside. And this is just going to be absolutely crushed. We're overwhelming the rest of the base here. Pop the RC ability. Yeah, this is gonna be really crushed. This was a good execution on a pretty common base. So if you guys hit this base a lot in Legends, this is definitely the way to go about hitting this one. Definitely important to set a really wide funnel, because if you don't set that funnel, then your troops might run into some issues. You know, this side is pretty heavy. As you can see, there were a bunch of traps that were stalling up my king. But if you're able to clear that compartment, then your roots will go into the core, no problem. And once the core goes down, there's nothing left. All right, next, a double rage Gigi Bear. I think this guy's a top player, if I remember correctly. Really good value here on this side with the multi-cannon. I'm gonna RC charge one corner, then log launcher and heroes on the other, and just send the roots into the core. We can overgrowth half of this rage compartment if we need to. And since this value is just so far on the outside, I might as well just go for it. If we're getting baited, then I can just pull my RC out early. No need to use all of the invises here. The rest of the event troop camps are pretty useless. The only one that you really have to watch out for is the Broom Witch, because that can really mess up your RC. Ooh, let's be careful here. Could do a 7-3 cycle if my fox stays alive a little bit longer here. Actually, no. Just gonna pick her up here. Probably could have waited a little bit longer, but that's all right. Now we send our queen just like this. King on the bottom, log launcher in the corner with the double witches and the ice golem as well, so we can form the funnel on this corner here. Perfect. Funnel's getting made. Let's add a headhunter to go take out the queen, and now we can use our roots in this corner. I'm using the dragon first because honestly it can tank the red lines for us. Sometimes people are a little bit special and they put all of their all the red mines on the outside, which can really be problematic for your healers. But if we're doing this, then it should be easy for us to deal with that. Roots are taking a little longer than what I thought, but now they're entering into the core, so we can warden ability through all these rage multis. That's pretty good value. And then we can see where we use the other overgrowth. Let's do it on this side. So that way the roots stay close to our king, kind of together on this side. Can rage up again. Can freeze the town hall, the scatter shot, and the fire spitter right there. And add the two headhunters to go and support our king on this side. Looking decent. Some troops getting taken out here. Ooh, actually, a decent amount of roots died there. But we're still gonna get the town hall. This might be a fail here. I wonder what we did wrong. It looked really good, but I think maybe we popped the warden ability a bit too early. Yeah, this is a fail, and it's a pretty bad low percentage fail, unfortunately. But I guess it happens, and there's not really much we can do about at this point. We'll just try and get a little bit more percent up top. Maybe we can. I really don't want to get this Broom Witch spawned, because that will just destroy our troops. Maybe we can add the super barb. Yeah, it's alright. Well, this is going to be a fail, but dang, I gotta learn how to hit this base. 85%. It happens. Okay, next base right here. I'm seeing incredible log launcher value here, so we might just go for that. We gotta set up for that first, though. So the way we're gonna do that, I'm thinking we send the RC on this bottom side right here, clear some of these buildings, and then we can send the log launcher with our queen into the monolith and multi-cannon. Also, there's no splash around this area, so we can easily use a skelly spell and distract everything. That'll be really great value. Let's actually invis over this. Ooh, that's not really what we wanted here, but we can. It's fine still. It's not the end of the world. Okay, we'll just pick her up. Arrow here with the skelly spell early. Actually, we're gonna add the ice golem here too, since there's double heroes. I don't want the log launcher getting targeted or anything. Can follow the top side with the dragon, and then add the king on the top. And unfortunately, there's 3 builders right here, which means that our log launcher probably is not gonna get that down. And that kind of sucks, but yeah, maybe the log launcher can still get it down. It's possible. And even if not, it will still open up that compartment so our queen can reach in for the town hall. Still really good value for us with the Yetis as well. Can warden through this area, a bunch of big damage over here. Can overgrowth the backside. Let's overgrowth. I'm not actually going to overgrowth the poison tower because maybe my queen can reach in for that. I might be getting a little bit ambitious here, but there's a chance. I still have 2 invises that I can use to see if I can get my queen to go and pick that up. Let's do this. Yeah, my queen's going to be able to pick it up, so that way it doesn't have time to respawn. It's really good. And some archers here on the backside. Use the RC ability. Whoa, why is she going ahead so much? Okay. RC ability now, and it looks like we're going to be able to finish up the rest of the base here. Still a little bit scary attack. I thought I was going to fail, but luckily I think this is looking good for a hit now. Alright, yeah. It's going to be a triple. Let's go. We're using the log launcher quite a bit today. A lot of really good log launcher bases, but typically we also switch between the log launcher and the troop thrower. Okay, next base right here. This is definitely a troop thrower base. Gonna clear out one side of the funnel with my RC. Then I'll send my heroes on the top side and just launch the root straight into the core. We'll overgrowth one of these side compartments, so our roots will stay with our heroes. I'm thinking I just enter on this side with my RC. And we're not looking for a crazy funnel, just to make sure that our roots can enter straight into the town hall. If we can, though, we can try and have our RC skip ahead a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay, that's very unfortunate. How is she targeting that? Okay, let's just pick her up then. That is just crazy. Okay. I need to finish the funnel here, so I'm gonna arrow the Expo. And we'll send the king on the side. Dang, what? That is, I mean, okay. Send the roots into the town hall. Use the headhunter to take out the king quickly. And then once everything enters into the middle of the base, you can pop the Eternal Tome. Pop it right now. Do the core. This is looking pretty good. So we'll overgrowth this right here. Keep everything pushing along into the backside of the base. Skelly for the mono. And then we can use another rage. We'll pop the RC ability on the backside and then have this there. Alright, it looks like we saved this one, I think. I don't want to be too overconfident because the hit is not over yet, but we're looking good. Still have 2 spells here. I mean, as you can see in this hit, we pretty much just used 1 invis for the RC walk. Because RC walks are getting crazy baited in Legends right now, this attack is just completely putting a twist on that, and we're just not doing a crazy RC walk in any way. We're actually trying to do as small of an RC walk as possible just to make sure that we're never going to get baited, and even if we do, then we can use the log launcher to finish the funnel, and we're going to be able to beat this base as well. Honestly, this is a pretty overkill here. We have 2 spells that we're using on the backside, because obviously it's not, once you see that your RC walk is absolutely cooked, it's just not worth it to try and save that anymore with more invises, because you can use those on the backside. Alright, on the last base here, this is Pikachu from a few seasons ago. And we're going to use a troop thrower on this one. I think, if I remember correctly, it's a pretty easy funnel in for this fire spitter. So if I just enter our RC right here, just go for the mortar. I think, nope, never mind. I'm going to go for this. Oh, the event things are messing me up a little bit. Okay, actually, it's not looking too good for us. I don't think she's going to go for the fire spitter, but that's fine as well. Don't necessarily need to force that. You can go have her take the top as well. That's a perfectly good funnel as well here. And then, can we get this cannon? Yeah, that would be good. Okay, if we can get the cannon, maybe the aura can take out the... Oh, okay, we pulled the NATO. Just gonna pull her out right there. Queen here, king on the bottom. And let's wall break him right here. Can we get any... let's use the drag here to actually funnel a little bit more, because the funnel is not as set as we would have liked. And enter into this compartment now. King's still doing good. Troop guard as well. Oh, interesting. Why is it throwing all the way over there? Alright, that's fine. Can be patient with our spells here. Maybe we'll use it. Can't really tell if my roots... Yeah, let's use it right now. Double giant bombs just popped up, so we're going to try and support that side. Push everything into the core. And overgrowth this top side fire spitter. We'll deal with that later. Now everything's entering into the core. Splitting up a tiny bit, but that's fine. We'll rage this. Pop the spear as well. And let's add some super barbs on this backside to support our RC. Troops are hitting a big split, but it looks like we definitely have enough power to overpower the space. This is a much better approach. Even with the fire spitter not going down like how we expected it to, definitely still going to be able to take this out. And as you can see, a lot of the hits that we're doing with this attack are kind of brute force. We're setting a really, really clear funnel with the log launcher, with our RC. And then we pretty much just send in our roots into the flat side of the base, double rage, and then just take out everything. Like we're not too worried about the funnel or anything like that. Nice. All right, and we're gonna end the day at... Actually, do I have another defense? No, I have one more. Unfortunately, the base I ran today was pretty bad. The good thing is I'm testing it before we send it in the legend sub. So I'm taking one for the team today. But we had a decent 307 day today. Not the best. We might actually even go negative, considering this fail, but hopefully not. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and see you guys in the next episode.